Hey again, guys, and whew, oh boy, this one's quite the doozy. Now, this is very similar to our long division that we did in the previous problem. So we've got our dividend right here, and then we've got our divisor right there. Okay, so have you guys heard of those words before? Dividend and divisor? Anyway, so what you're going to do is to make this your divisor, you have to, I'm going to rewrite this as 6x squared plus 13x minus 5, all divided by 3x minus 1. All right? Now, it looks crazy, and if I showed you the end result of this problem, you'd probably fall off your seat in shock. So we'll make this easier, take it one step at a time. So try to see if you can follow along with what I'm doing. So I'm only going to look at this part of the divisor and only look at this part of the dividend. Okay? So how many times does 3x go into 6x squared? In other words, 3x times what would give us 6x squared? 6x squared divided by 3x would be 2x. And again, I'm not caring about that negative 1. What's going to happen is, just like in the previous problem, once we found that first quotient, we would multiply it by the dividend, right? So now that we found this, I'm going to multiply it to the 3x and to the negative 1. So watch this. We'll get 2x times 3x is 6x squared minus 2x. Now, these terms the matching terms should line up. See how these are lined up? These both have 1 x's, these both have x squareds. So they should line up. If they don't line up, either you didn't line them up correctly, or you might have put the quotient in a different place value above a different term. So make sure these do line up. They do. So watch this trick. We're going to draw the line and change the sign. That's a shortcut because we are going to be subtracting them, and 13x minus negative 2x is the same as adding them. So those should cancel out. Adding these two together, we should get 15x. Then we're going to bring down the next person, minus 5. And repeat. How many times does the 3x go into just the 15x? Okay, just the first term, just like in the beginning of the problem. Oops, sorry. Just like the beginning of the problem. So 3x goes times what would give us 15x? A positive 5. So 5 times 3x would give us, and again we have to distribute this, 15x, and 5 times negative 5 is negative 5. Draw the line, change that sign. Cross these out, and these two add together, we get 0. So our answer of 6x squared plus 13x minus 5 divided by 3x minus 1 is 2x plus 5. So since our remainder was 0, is 3x minus 1 a factor of our dividend? And the answer is yes, it is. And because we're able to divide these, I can factor this into 2x plus 5 and what our divisor was, which was 3x minus 1. And don't believe me, you can FOIL it out. You could have also done the AC method to see what that is, but this is just a preview of how to factor these. This was a relatively simpler one because it was a quadratic. Of course, it gets much more difficult with quartic and cubic functions, in which case using the AC method would not really do much help. So I think you guys should be able to do the next one on your own. Here's something to think about. What if we notice for the next example, which I'm not going to do, but notice how it goes down in descending order. What if we were missing, for example, an x squared? How would we write that in long division? You'll have a homework problem like that, I'm sure. Something to think about. You can try the next few on your own. Enjoy!